This is the sort of look that I go for on a night out. Sort of golden glowy look. Yeah, and I've tried something different with the brows. I hope you really like it and you find it useful, and I'll see you soon. Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my videos. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. So I'm so excited to show you how I get ready. I have already done my brows. I've done them slightly different today. I'm going for more of a fluffy brow. So I just used the Urban Decay Brow Beater in the dark shade, which looks like this. Excuse my tan. I have tanned, and yes, my face is quite pale because I haven't tanned my face yet. I don't tend to tan my face because I find I go quite spotty if I use tan on my face, so I've not tanned my face at all. Obviously I'm going to be applying foundation anyway, so that's not going to matter. So yeah, anyway, back onto the brows. So brow beater in dark, and once you have used that, I've just taken the gel out of the Urban Decay brow box, looks like this, and then taken the spoolie, which is this fluffy ended bit that you can fluff them up with, and basically I've just made them a little bit more fluffy. So today's going to be more of a like a glam tutorial, so getting ready with me. I would usually go for more of a glamour. Okay, so just to let you know, I have just used these products for blow drying my hair, and I've said before in one of my haul videos that these are phenomenal. It's the Mousse Forte and the Volupte spray. Really good for getting volume in thin hair. My hair is really thin. I do have extensions in, but again, still really thin, so you need this to give you that volume. And for my tan, I have used the Bondi Sands in ultra dark because I like to be nice and dark when I'm going out. We have set that base with the Freedom powder, so just any powder will do really, just as long as you set in it. You don't actually have to set the primer, but it just helps to blend the eyeshadows out much better. So I've just gone all over and taken it all the way down here, and then I'm going to highlight my brow bone with Max Nylon. So taking the Zoeva 230 brush, I'm just going to take my nylon and place it right underneath the brow bone. Taking Max Soft Brown, which is my new favourite transition shade. I don't know why, I've only just found it, but I have, and I'm happy. If I look super tired, it's because I am, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm tired for some reason. I don't actually know why. Obviously summer's coming up, so I've been eating differently for my summer body. But yeah, I think it's taking quite a lot out of my energy. Anyway, so you want to take that soft brown and work it in the outer to the inner crease, or inner to outer. It doesn't matter, I don't think, as long as you're getting it from the inner to the outer and getting it all even and blended out, then that is the main thing. Circular motions and back and forth. Okay, this next colour, unfortunately I don't know what it is, but it is a really rich, warm brown, reddy orange shade. Sorry, that is a really bad interpretation, but I'll try and find out what the shade is and link it down below if you're interested. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to pop that into the outer crease and start warming things up. I'm all about that warm eye. So taking that directly over the soft brown and working it in. Instead of really blowing that out, I'm going to keep that tight in the crease. Taking a MAC 217, I've just gone into Swiss Chocolate by MAC, and I'm going to deepen up the crease now. So just taking that in the very outer corner and 3/4 of the way, just to really start getting that smoky vibe. Now we've got all the depth in there that we want, so I have just blended it all out. I'm going to go and clean some of that up, so I want this area nice and clean. I'm going to put some pigment on there, so I'm going to take my Eden primer and then take a flat 212 brush by MAC and then go over. So I just want to make it so this area here is nice and fresh. So just slightly underneath as the crease line and taking it through. To about there. Topshop do this pigment and it's called Shuffle the Cards. It is so pretty. It's like this sort of iridescent shade, so I'm going to pop that just through the centre. Again, spraying your brush. You always want to spray your brush when it's a pigment because it's going to help to sit on and just really help it to sit in where you want it. So now taking the brush that we used for the Swiss chocolate, I'm just going to go back in and blend so this meets each other gradually and deepen that crease back up again. Almost tapping around so you're packing it in and then buffing very slightly with the edges. You could quite happily leave it there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add some glitter. I'm going to take MAC is, I can't speak, MAC's 3D Brass Gold, which looks like this, and I am going to mix it actually with Gatsby pigment, which is a Peaches makeup, because this is actually like a really sort of what's the word for it, like a greeny gold. We want this to be more of a warm, but I do like the sort of aspects of it, so I'm just going to mix those together and see what we come up with, and then I'm going to place that through the inner corners. Whoa, can I get a whoa? I have actually just taken my Magnificent Metals in the Kitten Karma and dabbed it into my Gatsby pigment, which looks like this. You can't really see, but it is just pure heaven. And I've just pasted that on, and how freaking hot is that? So I don't know whether to go on with that 3D brass glitter or not, because I don't want to ruin this beautifulness. So I've taken my Perversion waterproof bullet point pen, and I'm just taking that and tight lining the lashes. So I tilt my head back and push against my lashes, and that builds a little bit of depth around the lash area. As you can see. And now what I'm going to do is take a super black intense shadow and start to pack that. This is what it should look like. So what you want to do is take it in a little bit further, not too close, but so it looks like it's going upwards. And just again packing that out, patting it on and pushing it up. Back into that Swiss chocolate shade by MAC, and then soften around the creases, the edges rather, and just blend that in. And then take a clean brush and taking the MAC 223 and then brushing the edges out very softly with the brush and just blending over everything to make sure it's all seamless and that it's looking gradient. So I have just popped on some lashes. These were Makeup Forever lashes, really pretty, just quite soft. I'm going to go ahead and put mascara on them once they dry, and then just squeeze them together with some tweezers, and yeah, that just helps to keep them on a lot better for me. I'm going to go on and do my skin. So So going on to complexion, I'm going to use Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in number 7. That one matches my neck. As you can see, my face does not match my neck. Purposely, obviously, wouldn't just rock a white face and an orange neck on purpose. But if that's how you like to look, then that's fine. So taking a beauty blender, I'm just going to go straight on and pack that on. This foundation is a really sort of full cover, but it does give a nice glow to the skin, in my opinion. If you want something a little bit more sheer, then I've suggested before I would go for the naked skin, or even use this damp. It still gives a really nice finish, but just a little bit more sheared out. Now taking my 2 favourite concealers of the moment, so Naked Skin in Light Warm, and just want to get right into the nose crease and take that all the way under the eye, making sure to be careful of the crease we've made, and again on the other side, chin, lip, nose, and we're ready. I like to take my Lumi Magique concealer, which is a really nice light shade, and just take that just through the top. And then take my damp beauty blender and blend that away. Once we are blended to infinity, you can see that that's looking nice and fresh. I'm taking the Lumi Laura Mercier powder in the Secret Brightening in number 1. So that comes in the slightly smaller pot. You just want to take that and pop it right underneath the eyes. So it's really good for baking, really good for making sure everything is set in place, and super, super brightening as well. So it's going to give that really nice brightness underneath the eye, which complements the concealer really well. And again, just pack that in. You could use that all over the face. It is quite a small pot, so it would be quite expensive to do that. The Laura Mercier translucent powder is perfect for all over the face, so yeah, I would just concentrate on the under eyes for that one. I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown powder brush and I'm just going to stipple the translucent powder all in to my skin. I'm going to only do powder highlight, so we don't need to do any cream contour because I'm going to see to that with powder today. So once you're happy that that's all set, you can then go in with warming your skin through and using your bronzers and contour. My favourite contour palette has to be the Anastasia's original one. For me personally, my skin tone suits that really well. So I'm going to start with contour, and I'm just going to take my contour and highlight brush, which is a Morphe, and start to crease out where I want to be contoured and blend that through. So because we've not done a cream contour, obviously making sure that it's a little bit stronger with the powder if you're wanting that really full contoured look, but still making sure to blend as well, because obviously we don't want that really harsh line. And wherever you feel like chiselling really, so you can do obviously the sides of the nose, I'm doing underneath my chin. I feel like it just gives more definition to the face. Obviously the tops of the head always need to be contoured, not necessarily contoured, but as long as you're warming through the rest of the skin as well. I'm going to warm through the rest of the skin with my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow. So just to give that overall nice bronzy look. Really nice. This brush is the Urban Decay F102, part of their new brush collection, which might I say is really, really nice. So I'm going to really bronze out my skin. Because my tan is quite dark, we're going to need to make sure that everything's even. And that concealer was pretty light, so just going to get the contrast right. So take a step back and see whether you feel like everything is matching. This brush is really good for chiselling out. It's so super soft as well. So I'm going to use the Golden Bronze eyeliner pencil. This is by NYX Cosmetics, and I'm just going to go and line a lash line. This is a really nice warm gold shade. So taking the same colour which I used underneath, which I don't know what the name is, the reddy browny shade, and then take that all underneath the lower lash line, blending away into the crease. So that really nice warm golden shade I said. And then we're taking Swiss chocolate and take that just through the outer corner and really blend that out 3/3 of the way in. So now that's looking pretty, I'm going to take the Topshop eyeshadow, Shuffle the Cards, the one that we used on the top, and I'm going to pop that just in the inner corner and just at the very beginning. So taking a very fine brush, I'm taking my Sigma Blending E36, it's just a very small stiff angle, and I'm going to just push that into this area. And now for my favourite part, or everybody's favourite part, is highlighter. So recently I literally use the same one the whole time, and that is this baby, which is Anastasia and Nicole. It's just beautiful. It is just so nice. I've recently been taking these two shades, but I think I'm going to use Daydream today because I've kind of got that golden peachy glow thing going on. My favourite brush for doing a highlight these days, my favourite brush for highlighting with these days is the Morphe M501. It is the best. So as always, I'm going to go in with the highlighter first and then spray your brush. Setting spray. Is that, or is that not just everything? It is literally just beautiful. Time for the lips. I am taking Conspiracy lip liner. I'm surprised I've not broke it. I've broke so much today. Conspiracy lip liner and lining the lips. That is a really nice lip liner. Urban Decay lip liners and eyeliners are the best eyeliners out there. I've just said eyeliner like 12 times, but anyway, they are so good. Like, really creamy, really pigmented, just seriously do the job. Now, my favourite of all, I'm wearing this all the time at the moment, is Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin. I love it. I don't know why I've not tried his liquid lipsticks before, but they are on point. They are really good. So I always still like to line my lips, and on we go. Smell divine, apply divine, and got it everywhere. And last amazing. Oh, they're just this colour is just amazing. I love it. If you don't have, keep getting it on my teeth. If you don't have any of his liquid lipsticks or lipsticks in general, then I would recommend. They are really good. So once the liquid lipstick is dry, what I have been liking to do is I'm taking the Poise by Dose of Colours, and I'm just taking that through the centre. or taking my Walk of Shame lip liner by Urban Decay. And just getting that really sort of creamy, really nice ambience of nudes through my lip. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but it sounded good. And then I'm taking Naked in Freestyle, Naked Lip Gloss by Urban Decay. And just lining through the centre with that. So that concludes it all. We are now ready to rock and roll.